6 months ago, I heard that Butch and Sundance were back in the States and had gathered up some of their old gang. I tracked them down, hoping that Roscoe Bob Bryant had returned with them.
So you're saying they didn't die down in Bolivia?
That's what I'm saying.
Здравствуйте,
40
подписчики и
years
зрители
I had
моего
waited to get
канала.
my hands on the last of my brother's killers.
Мы продолжаем
Not even
проходить
an army
God
of
of
demons
Juarez.
could have stopped me now.
Это заключительная серия у нас. Фу. Так. Ты один... О, нет, вот тут еще здесь.
Both Johnny Ringo and Jim Reed fell fairly quickly. But the last one, Roscoe Bob Bryant, that son of a bitch had managed to escape my vengeance time and time again. I couldn't even be certain I'd recognize him after all those years. By now, he had to be close to 70.
Блин, еще один.
For all you know, he could have been dead.
That thought had indeed crossed my
А, вон
mind,
еще один.
as did others.
Да твою ж дивизию. Откуда вот тут столько? Готово. Нихера из дробовика. Шмля. Блин. Фу, нифига себе.
For instance, did my thirst for vengeance turn me into something worse than the man I was
Так, мне
after?
надо перезарядиться.
By this point in my storied career, I had killed more men than Bob Bryant ever had. I was furious as hell at that bastard for making me who I am. A man with no family, no friends, no purpose except shooting Bob Bryant dead.
Фига себе местечко. Солнце светит. Прямо в глаза. Солнце светит прямо в глаза. Так, здесь ничего нет. Так. Джейма! Твою дивизию! Вон!
Nothing could stop me from taking his life. I've been after that killer forever. From the time I rode with Billy the Kid. But that chapter of my story you already know.
Так, где
Chapter
эта
of that
шляпа?
fairy tale, you mean?
Нет, нет.
Suddenly it was 1910. There I was, an old man roaming a ghost town dead almost 2 decades.
Так, где может быть эта шляпа? А, блин, мы перепрыгнули, короче. Да? Так, ладно, давай с этой стороны зайдем.
Town was falling apart,
И чё это
just like
такое?
me.
Так ворона зависла. Это не ворона был. Какой жесткий дум. Так, ладно. А, хотя нам вот нет, не сюда. Блин. Жесткий лес, жесткий дом. стреляешь? Блин, я не вижу. Теперь вижу. Куда ты стреляешь?
Even though the ghosts of my dead brothers were begging me to end what I started so long ago.
Mr. Graves, are you all right? Would you like some water?
The wild bunch knew I was there. They were after a treasure they had hidden before they fled, buried in the grave of a dead amigo. Some folks think the town is haunted, so they figured there wouldn't be many people poking around.
Кто еще по мне стреляет? Куда все это летит? Фу.
I intended to fill that grave with Bob Bryant's head. The bandits knew I was onto them. They lured me in and hit me with everything they had.
Что я сегодня не готов к этой битве. А он... Минус один.
But you obviously prevailed since you're sitting here telling us.
Actually, in that moment, I did not prevail.
Блин, ни хера не видно.
So I suppose we're talking to a ghost.
Так, если я брошу динамит.
Funny you should put it like that, Jack. Because when I woke up...
From the dead?
There was silence all around me. I could swear to God I saw Billy then.
Billy who?
Да блин, где он
Billy the
стреляет,
kid.
ёпта?
William Bonney. He was shooting at me from a rooftop.
You can't hide forever.
Как будто с призраками воюю.
Here, there, even over there.
Да блин, откуда
So
стреляют?
I am right. You are touched in the head.
Mr. Graves, perhaps we should switch you to coffee?
You see that old Indian again, too?
No, but I did see Billy's killer, Patrick Floyd Garrett. He came at me guns a-blazing. But I knew that old war horse had died 2 years before. I wondered if maybe I was dead too and confronting the ghosts of my past. Perhaps all my sins were coming back to haunt me and drag me down to perdition.
Get out here! Kill that dick!
Так, откуда? Он оттуда, что ли? Реально как призрак. И сейчас откуда стреляют?
I saw Henry Plummer throw dynamite at me.
А, он... В какую сторону?
And in the gates of the cemetery, I saw John Wesley Hardin, just like I remembered him.
Да блин. Фу, это жестко. Все, нахватался, надо отсидеться. Где он-то? Что, вроде все утихли.
Robert Ollinger appeared with his terrible double-barrel shotgun.
Беги, беги, беги.
Ghost Army was stopping me.
Куда спрятаться?
Got hit with a fallen branch. He spent the rest of his life talking to dogs.
Ой, бля. Уйди. Так, в какую сторону? Ой, блин, зараза.
The Dalton brothers, Robert and Grattan, guardians of the Garden of the Dead.
Улетела мысленно. Еще раз. Ой, блин, еще один остался.
George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond.
Так, кто где? Ой, блин!
Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed, each one deader than the next.
С всех сторон шмалят. Да блин, откуда прилетело опять? Сейчас с какой стороны летит? Куда-то оттуда. Где ты, блин? Да блин, меня сейчас убьют. Джесси Джеймс? Где ты, Джесси Джеймс? Все, грохнули Джесси Джеймс. В какую сторону? Сейчас откуда прилетело? Ты издалека. Кого-то не вижу. Сюда иди, сволочь. Какой-то там силуэт видел. Где там кто? А, вон. Все отлично.
Finally, I saw Harry Alonzo Longabaugh.
The Sandэнsom Kid?
Like a general leading his legion of the
Где
dead.
он?
You told us before
Нет, я его не
you'd seen
вижу.
him alive.
He was alive.
Где он? Твою мать! Какой живой! Бля. Ой, блин, не туда бросил. На, тебе еще гранату. А, у меня кончились патроны. Так. Где тут идет? А ты тупой. Или не тупой?
Then I heard a voice call to me from afar. It was Robert Leroy Parker, a.k.a. Butch Cassidy, coming at me from out of the fog.
Thanks for taking care of that bastard.
Капец, это было жестко. Зомби? Хороший, плохой, мертвый.
But the kid wasn't quite deceased. Not yet.
Takes more than one little bullet to kill the likes of me, partner.
Those two looked like they hadn't seen each other for quite a while. Clearly, they were no longer amigos.
Shit. I was hoping I wouldn't have to kill you. You won't have to, Butch. I'm killing you first.
I asked them about Bob Bryant, but they were too busy with their own heated conversation.
Да.
Let me get this shit straight. You want my money and the love of my life? You frittered it all away, Butch. Eda's mine. So is that damn money.
I didn't want to shoot anybody until I had an answer to my question, but those boys didn't give me much of a choice.
Да блин, давай стреляй в него. Во,
Butch Cassidy and the
наконец-то.
Sundance Kid died there in that
Фу.
cemetery not 6 months
Как я
ago.
запарился, а? Да, я здесь ничего не нашел.
The Sandэнsom Kid were killed by the Bolivian army. Everybody knows that.
That's the legend, but it ain't the truth.
So, you never found Bob? There is no Bob. This old sumbitch ain't even Silas Greaves.
Sir, is that true? Have you been pulling our legs this whole time?
Well, not the whole time.
Oh man, I think you've worn out your welcome here.
Maybe you're right, Jack. Maybe it's time to pay. You see, Ben, or should I say Bob, your past always catches up with you.
I was a different man back then, crazy. Drinking, I've changed my ways, I swear to you. If I could turn back the clock,
But you can't, Bob.
Нах, всех убить.
Why'd you toy with me like that? Telling those tales, knowing all along. Why not just lay your cards on the table?
Here. I won't have it said that I left you with nothing.
That's how you want it? So be it.
Давай, наводись уж. Наконец-то!
Oh, Jesus!
Did you know it was him all along?
Cassidy told me Bob was in Abilene before he died. But I wasn't sure Ben was my man until he revealed how much he knew about Ringo and Reed. The coin, of course. Well, that was the last nail in that particular coffin.
I better go get the sheriff.
You okay, boy? You're looking mighty shook up.
Dwight, maybe you best go home. Young Eisenhower here is leaving for West Point tomorrow. He shouldn't get caught up in something like this.
I think I might head out myself at this juncture. Unless you want to stop me, Jack.
No, sir, Mr. Greaves.
So where you going now? Now that you had your revenge?
Doesn't really matter, does it? As I've sold my soul for it, and will never again walk with those I have lost.
Фу, это была прикольная игра. Будем заканчивать. Всем всего доброго, до скорых встреч. Пока-пока-пока. Это был КВ Juarez.
Won't you spare me over to another?